So this is my walk home. There I am. I got asked by Tumblr user Blues, Blacks and Reds to talk about my OCs. FYI, I do take suggestions for videos because I have no idea what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm going to talk about some OCs, and I'm not going to talk about Barney, Norma and Pugsley and Urchin and stuff because you can see all that. I'm going to talk about my first ever OC. But I can really remember, I think I was been making characters my whole life, but the one that I really got obsessed with, and I think this probably happened when I was like 10 to 12 kind of time, and their name was Cucumber Hendrix, and they looked a lot like Ultraman but sort of blue and red, and they had a big cucumber shaped protrusion from their forehead, and they were kind of a superhero. They were the superhero of Megacityopolis, and their superpower was that they could do anything, but they could only do it once. So in their first adventure, Cucumber Hendrix flies around Megacityopolis and uses these laser beams and controls buildings and freezes time. And then when they try to do any of that again, they can't, and they realise, oh, you can only do everything once. So he ends up having to be very choosy with how he uses things, and he always tries to do things in a really roundabout way, using things that he'd never want to use again. So there's always this example when he's trapped in this ice palace, and they're like, use the fire beam, and he's like, the fire beam sounds really cool. What if I gradually increase the temperature of my nipples and then slowly dissolve the ice? But I might want to use that again. And so yeah. He had a sidekick called The Boy, who was kind of like a robot snowman. And he had another sidekick called Octopus Samantha, and she was the daughter of Mayor Kraken, who is an actual octopus, and she's half octopus, and so had all the powers that an octopus does. So she could decrease her size and shoot ink and things like that, which actually made her a bit more useful than Cucumber Hendrix, because he was always too scared to use his powers. That was his angst. I guess tonally, the thing that this all reminds me of is One Punch Man. I feel like that's the closest it would be to. But I came up with this all when I was 10, and I remember getting this sketchbook when we went on holiday once, and all I did by the pool was just draw Cucumber Hendrix. And Cucumber Hendrix was very sort of skin-tight rubber and very colourful and camp, and I think my parents knew then. I miss him. His arch nemesis was the Duke, which, looking back on it, is a character very similar to Donald Trump. He was kind of this billionaire tycoon who kind of owned half the world, and kind of wanted to buy Megacityopolis and all of its heroes and villains. And I do miss it, and maybe one day I'll come back to it. I have two other major failed projects, but they got further. Some people that followed me for a while might be aware of Quink and New Adventures in the Old World, which are both kind of Victorian-y setting-y things, but they're very tonally different. Maybe I'll talk about them in another video when I've run out. So that's Cucumber Hendrix, as in cool as A, and we'll see what I talk about tomorrow. Bye!